Hello everyone, I am Mike Villandap and together with Mr. Lapinid, we will be discussing about the curriculum response of higher education for teacher education amid typhoons and other natural disasters. So, we all know that in the Philippines now we suffer many typhoons every year. So because of this, now it is very important that our curriculum in higher education, especially for the teacher education, becomes flexible, prepared, and disaster responsive. Okay, introduction. So the changes brought by recurring typhoons and natural disasters. So this means that because of sa mga disasters or any disasters or natural disasters nga sige agi sa to ang country, like mga it can cause damage buildings or bisan sa pang mga infrastructures na maguba. So daghan kayog changes sa to ang educations. So schools need to adjust schedules, teaching approaches, and even safety measures. So mo ni ang reason why the curriculum needs to be flexible. So the second one is, what are the effects of typhoons and natural disasters on the educational system? So sama sa mga bagyo, no, it can causes class suspensions. So as what I have said earlier, no, it can cause damage to school buildings, loss of learning materials, and sometimes emotional trauma sa mga students o ilabi na sa mga teachers. So this affects teaching quality and learning continuity. So how did we adapt? Are we adapting to the challenges presented to us by frequent typhoons and calamities? So schools started using flexible learning like online classes and also mga printed modules and emergency response plans. So nag-adjust ta para sa education nga para ma-continue bisan nga na ay mga disasters. Okay, desired learning outcomes. So identify the implications of recurring typhoons and natural disasters on the teacher education curriculum. So students should understand saan pag-adjust sa curriculum when disasters strike. And then ikaduha kay propose adjustments to the curriculum during times of natural calamities. So students can suggest ways to improve teaching during disasters, like alternative modes of delivery. And last one is identify ways and means to adjust the curriculum in relation to the situation that prevails during natural disasters. So students must know what strategies used when disasters affect education. So now we will be discussing about the 5 key responses on curriculum response. So first, we have focusing on essentials. So mapping the needed and enduring outcomes in the recommended and written curriculum. So we have needed outcomes. So needed outcomes, these are the basic skills and knowledge nga kinahanglan kayo para maka-learn og higher concepts. Like for example, learning fundamental theories first, so students can progress. So din sa enduring outcomes, these are skills and knowledge nga useful in real life, especially during disasters. Like for example, knowing how to adjust teaching strategies after a typhoon. Okay, as you can see, so naatay table dire. So it says that existing statement of outcomes in a syllabus. At the end of the 3-unit course, so the student should be able to first mount an art exhibit. So concept development, post-production marketing, documentation, critiquing, and the second is create their own works of art and curate their own production of exhibit. So we have also a modified statement. So muna ni siya. Modified statement of outcomes to cover the essential. So at the end of the 3-unit course, the student should be able to create their own work of art through virtual production or exhibit. So in this way, there is only one outcome instead of two. So because of disasters and online learning, no, gisimplify ang outcomes instead of two complicated task. So gihimo lang usa. So of course, no, they create artwork through virtual means. So this make the curriculum more flexible and disaster ready. And the second one, no, we have rearranging the college course offerings. So course that are theory based, so kanang mga lecture heavy, can be taken online in the first 2 years. So this is useful during disaster times because students can still learn without going to campus. So meanwhile, no, a laboratory field study and practicum courses should be offered later once safe ang environment after typhoons or calamities. So mo na siya para dili risky ang safety sa students o ilabi na ang ato ang mga teachers. And the third one is offering of elective or cognate courses that relate to natural disasters. So first, we have change management. So it teaches how to adjust quickly kung naay bagyo or naay mga sudden nga changes. So ang ikadua kay disaster risk management. No, it helps teachers know unsaon pag-prepare o pag-respond during disasters. So sa flexible learning and teaching strategies, no, it guide teachers to use different teaching approaches para sa learning, no, para mapadayonon bisan walay class on site. And then ang resilient education, it focuses on building strong, no, disaster ready education system. So sa alternative assessment, no, it teaches other ways of grading students kung dili possible ang normal exams. And then sa remote teaching, it helps teachers deliver lessons online or from a distance during class interruptions. And then sa health and mental health awareness, no, it helps teachers support students' physical and emotional well-being after calamities. And then sa instructional materials, no, development for blended instruction, no, it teaches how to make materials usable both online and offline. And then sa active learning principles and practices, it encourages us or engaging activities para sa students remain involved even during difficult times. And then sa psychosocial support during crisis, no, it trains teachers to give emotional and psychological support sa students nga naapektuhan sa disasters.
Modifying the taught curriculum. Another way of adjusting the curriculum ensuring learning continuity during typhoons and natural disasters is the implementation of multiple learning delivery modalities. Number one of the example of this is correspondence teaching. So, in corresponding teaching, we have here is email correspondence, we have letter correspondence, and we have also online discussion forum in which nga ang mga bata is when the time nga naay mga typhoon, naay mga flood, is a teacher can email them, then can send a letter. A teacher writes letters to student parents to discuss their child's progress and behavior. So ang teacher is hatag siya og kining mga letters sa iyang mga estudyante. And we have also online discussion forums. This is just belong to the one of the examples of kining ginatawag na to og kining modifying the taught curriculum. So examples of this is number one is correspondence. Same ganina sa kong gingon is an email correspondence and online forum correspondence. So we have also number two example is module based learning. So sa mga bata nga dili makaadto sa eskwelahan, they need to have a module. Kay nga naman kay sometimes lisod kaayo sa kabata nga madto sa eskwelahan kay ma-address ang ilang well-being. So naay mga pwedeng mga posibilidad nga pwede silang pwedeng maanod sa baha or somehow nga pwedeng mabasa kaayo nga dili pwedeng maapektuhan ang ilang learning. So we have also project-based learning, television and radio broadcast instruction. So maminaw lang ang mga bata sa unsa man nga naa sa kaning ginabuhat nga mga video or video report sa ka teacher. Then radio broadcasting instruction kung unsa ang ginapaminaw. So sa mo at that time comes nga nay kuan, pwede ra ming maminaw sa radio or unsa man nga gi-send sa kining DepEd. So we have also computer assisted instruction, synchronous and asynchronous online learning. So call synchronous is and asynchronous, kini siya is kining pwede ka mo gamit og kining digital technology in which maka-access ka sa internet. And also asynchronous, digital rig hapon siya but not literally nga ang uban ani is kining naay access sa internet. Then we have community-based learning space. When schools are damaged, pwede nimo ni siyang ma-use. Community-based learning spaces. So then use of printed packets for isolation or evacuation learners. Modify the assessed curriculum. Adjustments in assessment measures can also be considered during natural disasters. So, ma-adjust yun when from the word modifying the assessment curriculum is ma-modify na to ang kining ato ang the assessed curriculum. So, kinahanglan nato mga adjustment when it comes sa ato ang assessment. Dapat na siya assessment measures kay tungod dili sa tanang panahon nindot ang panahon. Dili sa tanang adlaw na ay kining sometimes okay kaayo, then sometimes wala ta kabalo sa kining sunod adlaw nga naday ulan, na ay mga calamities na ilinog, but most of the time here in the Philippines na ay puro ulan, bagyo, baha nga kinahanglan masolusyonan sa usa ka teacher nga kana di ay kinahanglan is i-modify ang curriculum to fit the learning sa usa ka bata nga kinahanglan day niya nga mas mag-learn pa siya o dili siya mahimong stagnant nga tungod kay walay klase kay baha is mas stop ang iyang learning, but no. So kinahanglan we can modify the assessed curriculum. There is a need, limit requirements, and focus on major essential projects that measures enduring learning outcomes such as kini case scenario problem-based activities. So diri pwede na to siyang kung it comes nga dili makaadto ang bata sa eskwelahan, we can use case scenario problem-based activities like disaster response related situation. Pwede kang muhatag og mga case scenario problems. One of the example of sa case scenario problems is kining magpa-assignment ka sa mga bata using online, or pwede ka maka-chat or maka-email sa ilaha kay especially right now ang mga bata is naanag yung mga cellphone, right? So pwede ka nga makahatag ng case scenario problem based activities regarding sa usa ka disaster response related situation. Kung paunsa ang ilang buhaton kung naay typhoon, unsa ilang buhaton kung naay flood, unsa ilang buhaton kung naay earthquake, unsa ilang buhaton kung naay kining unsa ni siya calamities like tsunamis. So pwede kaayo. Then capstone project. So sa capstone project ma-modify jud nato ang curriculum. We have also kining number 1 sa mga kuan is lesson plan portfolio. A teacher creates a portfolio of lesson plans that demonstrate their teaching philosophy, methods, and effectiveness. Action research, kini siya is morely focused on the teacher. So we have here the other one is kining authentic performance tasks suited for disruptive learning environments. So kining mga tinud-anay nga mga kining mga tasks nga maigo sa panahon nga kanang bitong ma-disrupt ang learning sa usa ka estudyante tungod sa panahon, tungod sa environments nga daghan kay baha, daghan kayo og kining mga typhoons, mostly and commonly nahitabo na siya diri sa Pilipinas. Then we have also curriculum considerations. Number 1 of the curriculum considerations is the context of teaching and learning. So, considering areas frequently affected by typhoons and calamities. So, from the word context of teaching and learning, so mostly nga i-consider na to sa kining ato ang curriculum is kining context of teaching and learning. Kay ang kining paunsa man ka makatudlo sa usa ka bata, paunsa man magkatuon ng usa ka bata kung kusugayo ang bagyo. Right? So, dapat naatay kining curriculum modification and curriculum modify the assist curriculum and modifying the taught curriculum. Kung i-modify nimo kung unsa ang gitudlo nga curriculum o i-modify nimo ang unsa man nga gi-assist nga curriculum. So we have also number 2 sa curriculum consideration is the learners and the teachers. So dapat ang kabalo ka, recognizing dapat kabalo ka nga unsay gikinahanglan sa usa ka bata. When it comes sa iyang safety, dapat kabalo ka nga dapat ka na nga time dili pwede nga mosulod ang usa ka estudyante sa eskwelahan when it comes na ice storm. Kaya nga naman, it's your responsibility, you are the second parents to know nga ay kini karon nga time dili pwede mosulod ang estudyante. Kaya nga naman, signal number 3 na. Then, and accessibility during disaster. So, diha dapat kabalutaon sa gikinahanglan, kabalutaon sa seguridad sa usa ka learners o sa usa ka teachers. So, alangan pag mosulod ang usa ka teacher sa eskwelahan kung kusog na pud kayo ang bagyo o nganong kinahanglan man pong mosulod ang usa ka estudyante kung bagyo na jud kayo. So, we need to modify. So, curriculum considerations. We need to modify the curriculum to fit in the needs of all the learners. So, we have number 3, appropriate learning delivery during and after natural disaster. So, pagkahuman sa kini mga natural disaster, so balik na sabta appropriate learning delivery. So kung unsa nga to ang mobalik ta sa unsa man nga curriculum nga atong gigamit when the time nga wala na ang kining mga calamities like typhoons and floods, disasters nga linog or kuan unsa ba. So balik ta. So mo nang gitawag appropriate learning delivery during after a natural disaster. So when it comes nga nag-use tag modular, nagpa-activity tanla through the use of synchronous and asynchronous nga mga gamit. So diha back to normal punta. So dapat the curriculum is dynamic. So there is no internet connectivity. Here are some ways. Kung wala tay internet connectivity, unsa man atong buhaton. So one of the thing nga ato ang mga pamaagi nga atong buhaton is use of printed self-learning modules of learning packet which are distributed through means that ensure safety and accessible during or after. So diha na to makuha nga kining printed self-learning modules or kining learning packets kay nga naman when comes nga dili ang usa ka teacher dili siya maka-deliver sa mga modules, pwede man siya mag-send og files, no? Kung dili kaya sa mga bata nga mo-access pa ato nga files, the teacher or the teacher will send the files to the parents. Nga ma-access sa mga parents din ang mga parents mo mag kining print sa mga modules nga ilang ihatag sa mga bata aron ang mga bata mag-cut on o mahimo silang kinibitong mas mag-more pa ang ilahang knowledge, dili sila mas stagnant tungod kay walay internet, walay naapay bagyo, naapay baha. So we have ways. So we have also here is after typhoons or natural disasters. So this can be picked up from a strategic distribution center. So since sa panahon sa pandemic or sa panahon sa una, we use kining distribution centers. So diri nga barangay na ay makuha. Diri nga kuan. So we can use even though in typhoons, especially in typhoons, pwede man nato when the time nga dili kayang ipa-deliver ay adtuon sa kining maka-eskwela ang mga estudyante sa eskwelahan. So pwedeng maka-deliver sa og modules ang teacher, manugo siya og iyang ipa-distribute dito sa barangay din ang mga parents diha nga barangay nga naay mga estudyante, they can pick the modules. No internet connectivity, here are some ways. So in number 2, in areas not affected by typhoons or natural disasters, a group of not more than 10 students may meet face-to-face but safety protocols should still be followed. So, ano ni katong ganina nga sa isa ka lugar dili man gyud tanang lugar no nga nay mabahaan nay some the students nga pwede makaabot sa eskwelahan. So, we can use nga kining maka face-to-face sa mga estudyante din ang uban is kung dili module is kining online class. So, we can use face-to-face rin gihapon. So dili tanang estudyante nga dili makaanhi, dili tanang estudyante pod nga makaanhi. So when the time nga naay uban nga makaanhi, so continue the classes. Then sa mga wala, you will give considerations to them. Then limited internet connectivity. Here are some ways. So kini ang mga limited internet connectivity. So we have asynchronous learning. So a teacher deliver method where students work independently based on what has been instructed by the teacher or materials provided. Students can also access learning at different times depending on availability of resources, electricity, or post-disasters connectivity. So this allows flexibility in the learner's schedule. So students are provided with learning materials or packets which may be printed, pre-recorded tutorial or distributed in safe local center. So sims akong gingon ganiha nga kung when comes na yung mga disasters or typhoons nga dili makaadto ang usa ka student or learners sa iyahang kining designated nga eskwelahan is pwede kang mogamit og mga kining modules or materials nga pwede nimong i-print then i-deliver nimo sa usa ka lugar or kining barangays. Barangay captain baka nga didto mo kuha ang ilahang mga parents. Then we have Open Educational Resources or OERS will be provided whenever possible. So kining open educational resources. So mga klase-klase nga educational resources we can use. Then excellent internet connectivity. When it comes sa excellent internet connectivity, here are some ways. So usa sa mga pamaagi pag kini mo pinaka the best when you have excellent internet connectivity, but not all the students or the learners can access excellent internet connectivity in their own home. Kay dili tanang bata kay dato naay or kining ginatawag lang nato og naay mga kwarta. Kay ang uban nagdako sila sa so nagdako sila sa kining ginatawag nato og kining home nga igo ra gud pod. So we have number 3, synchronous learning. So kining synchronous learning is kining learning nga need siya og kining digital technology. Real-time teaching and learning using online platforms like Zoom, Facebook, Messenger, Google Meet, or Google Classroom. This is also called remote learning. So, klaro kayo, clear as water, right? Then, AIDA as teacher prepares an instructional guide, like a lesson plan where most of the delivery will be lecture or demonstrate. It is similar to whole class instruction. Interaction may be limited at the end of the session to question and answer. So, di lang yun siya kay mahulog nga activity, question and answer na lang yun siya kay dili man siya face to face. Then, synchronous learning can also be followed by asynchronous learning. To accommodate students who may have been temporarily affected by typhoons, power outage, o sige, kining number 1 good is power outage. Pag naay typhoon, power outage, good ang problema. Kay, kinahanglan good nga walay kuryente. Kay, when comes nga taas ang tubig, ang possibility na every outlet, nga kung naay kuryente pwede kang makuryentihan, so kinahanglan ipalam. So number 1 nga kuan is power outage. Miskan pag nakay internet but or nakay mga gadgets or digital technologies na may use sa imuhang learning pero without electricity wala gyud. So we have also connectivity issues. So kini connectivity issues sometimes pag may typhoon hina ang signal, labaw nagdata ra, then pag wifi pod hina sab so muna so maapektuhan gyud. So kinahanglan nga we can use asynchronous learning to accommodate students. So no, di lang siya synchronous, we can also use asynchronous. Pwede ta tanaw sa videos like YouTube o pre-downloaded na nga mga kuan, pwede mo mga tanaw, then mag-learn ka dito, then so easy as that. So thank you.